Just turn the intro music down. How are we all? I've just managed to coincide the live stream with the washer spinning. So if you can hear the washer, I do apologise. Let's have a look at some of the comments. I've got some lights on and I've just looked at them and they've completely blinded me. So now I'm blind in one eye. I can't read the comments. Mark, hello. Thomas Tierney, hello. Steve Jensen, hello. Frankie Jazz, hello. Glenn Hedges, hello. Auntie Jingles, hello, Auntie Jingles. Ashton Archer, hello. Joe F. Ann Forster, David Roberts, Dean Tolbert, Mark Warbert and Mark Matthews, Thomas Tierney, Lockout Bikes. Hello, Carl. How are you all doing? Thank you for joining me. Hello, Mr. Sam. Thank you for that. Do you know why I'm doing a live stream, don't you? Because I've got no video, basically. So, yes, I do apologise. Don't want to do loads and loads of live streams, but I went on nights. I did that video last week, that tunnel video. I had about a day and a half, and then straight on to nights, and didn't get a chance to do it. I thought I knew I won't be able to do a video for this weekend. So is everything okay? Is the sound okay? Is the sound okay? I've not been looking at the comments. I do apologise. Is the sound okay? Is the lighting okay? It looks all right for me on here. Got a bit of sweat on. 33, 34 watching. Thank you. And it's not laggy or anything like that. Not like that flipping Lewis's internet, eh? last time. Right. Frozen. Somebody said it's frozen. Is it frozen? Watching in silence as the women of the household watch Strictly Dancing, Strictly Come Dancing. Just pretending to be here. Right, all good. Bit of lag. Ringway Manchester. Bit of lag, really. I've plugged it in as well. I'm not using Wi-Fi. I've actually plugged it into the box to try and get it right. Lighting looks good. All looks good. Okay. Yeah, so a couple of things to show you, a couple of things to talk about, and anything you want to ask me or anything like that. I've got a week off work this week, so I'm hoping to try and catch up with the videos. Like my mate says to me, you need to do about 10 in advance and then just release them week by week and you'll be all right. I'm like, you try and do 10 of my videos in advance. I'm telling you. A bit of lag. I do apologise for the lag. I really don't want lag. I'm hoping there's no lag. Okay. Legend Bro Besser. Thank you very much, Liam. Thank you very much. Hello, Captain Kirk. The Military Collector 123. Bit of lag. I do apologise. There's nothing I can do if there's any lag. I've got it plugged in. Like I say, I'm not relying on the Wi-Fi, but I'm just hoping it doesn't lag too much. But you know what? Sunday evening, I think there's heavy use on the internet, isn't there? Really heavy use. It's not syncing the sound. I think it's going to be different for various ones. I think it's going to be different. 43 people watching. Yeah, no one likes lags. So, yeah, I do apologise. Some of you are saying it looks good. Some of you are saying it's laggy. But you can hear me okay and you can see me okay other than that. Everything perfect for me. Okay. Don't know what to say. I'll just crack on, and if it goes really wrong, you'll just have to tell me. If it goes really wrong and it goes off, I'll come back on. So if I lose you, I'll just come back on. If you can't do a video every week, we just enjoy them. Thank you very much. Thing is about YouTube, YouTube wants a video every week. YouTube, you know, because obviously I'd like the channel to grow, not for any personal reasons of mine, but the bigger the channel gets, I think the more opportunity you get to do things. And people sort of go, what do you do? And then they look at your channel and they look at what followers you've got and the views you get, and they make a decision then whether it's sort of worth inviting you along to see their thing. I'm waiting for someone to say to me, I'm restoring a steam train, come and look at it. You know what I mean? And if you've got maybe 10 subscribers, they're going to go, is it worth it? But if you've got a few, obviously they're going to be more drawn to you. And that's the only reason I'd like the channel to grow, so we get more opportunity to do things. I'm talking crap now. I'm listening to myself and thinking, you're talking rubbish. Right, let's have a look at some of the comments. And I have got some stuff to talk about, because I realise, you know, you want me to talk about some of the things I'm getting up to and what we might be doing in the future. Right, okay, so you went in the culvert on Platt Fields. Yes, I want to go in that culvert. The only thing about that little culvert, if you watch the Nico Ditch video I did, it's kind of like very, very long with a little narrow thing at the side of it, and it just goes on forever. So I want to have a look in that. What you're covering next, I'll come to that. It's only a bit out of sync. Have you brought any profiteroles? No profiteroles. This is the problem with doing one on your own, you see. You get, when you've got somebody with you, you bounce off them. Good evening all. Hello, Mel Cook. Quick question, is there any underground train line connecting Piccadilly and Victoria with an underground station? I've heard so many rumours. I think, weren't they doing the Pick Vic link? And I don't know, if you look at that underground hidden Manchester map, they'll show various sections of the Pick Vic link, and I think some of it's dug out. I've never seen any videos down there, and I wouldn't know how to get in there. I'd have to really read up and try and study. Yeah. I mean, somebody said about the followers. The more followers you get, just opportunities. It's not about me. It's about doing good things on the channel and getting opportunities. Having said that, this week someone has offered me an opportunity, and I've grabbed it with both hands. Now, I don't want to say what it is, because you know what it's like when you're relying on someone else, and they say, yeah, we'll do this and do that. So far it's happening, and it will make quite a good video. I'm hoping it'll make a good video, but I can't say what it is. And it's not because I'm trying to be mysterious or anything like that. It's just that if it doesn't happen, or they let me down, you're a bullshitter, Martin, basically. So I don't want to say, oh, we're doing this, this, and this, and this, when it might not happen. It's being reliant on other people, isn't it? So while I'm off this week, if this thing happens, it's like, oh, yes. Right. Baby Maxwell, have you seen Steph's telephone box recently? I have seen the telephone box. We're talking about the OMD telephone box, Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark, big band that I'm interested in. There's a phone box they wrote a song about over on the Wirral. I did a video about that telephone box, and they've done it all up. It's looking really good at the minute, so it looks fantastic. Let's have a look. Have you seen Steph's telephone? What was your most interesting discovery? Most interesting discovery? I don't know. You know what? I've got some lovely memories of summer, of phoning Connor up the night before and saying, I want to go in the Medlock tomorrow, right? You need to get some waders. And he went, I'll go and get some. And I'm thinking, he won't get waders. It's 5 o'clock on a Saturday night or whatever. He went out, he got his waders, he rang me up, he said, I've got some. What time are we going? We got in the Medlock and we walked through. Do you remember when we got in at Pin Mill Brow? So it's not so much a discovery, but when I found myself under that arch of the railway going into Piccadilly, and I'd looked at that big vast cavern from the street level, and I'd looked in and gone, oh my God. And I looked at the tunnel at the other end, and it just looked like hell. And to walk through that tunnel and come into it, it was just the most amazing thing ever. And I don't think I'll ever forget that memory of being down there. And it was a really hot day. It was just fantastic. Thank you, Scooby. Great webcast. Thank you very much. Did you find out more about the Roman wall? What was discovered? I never found out. No, the Roman ruins are there. There's a lump of rock, isn't there? But I've never found out exactly where it was. It's on Google Maps, apparently, but I've never found out. I've not got access to it. But again, you never know. One day somebody might say, seen that video, do you want to come along and look at it? Captain Kirk, the Stockton Darlington Railway opened 27 September 1825, taking precedence as the first passenger car railway in the world. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Captain Kirk. From what I've read, the Stockton and Darlington did precede the Liverpool to Manchester. From what I've read, the reason they don't class it as the first is because it was experimental, and I think they were experimenting at some points with static engines pulling cables. And it was it a goods line? I don't claim to be an expert, but when they ran the Liverpool to Manchester, the reason they claim it as being the first is because it was a scheduled service and it had paying passengers on. Blah, blah, blah. And time Medlock series is what brought me to this channel. Thank you very much. I need to get back in the Medlock, don't we? Hyde Road Station, buried on the side of the embankment. Hyde Road Station. I don't understand that one. Spoke on the live cast about the River Tib. Is there any way to? No, the River Tib. If I manage to get back in the Medlock and it's winter now, I know where the Tib comes out, so I can show you where it comes out if we get in there. I don't want to talk too much about it because you come across like just talking about it, not doing it. But we probably should have done a lot more wading back in summer than what we did. But life gets in the way, doesn't it? However, on rivers, remind me about Shooter's Brook in a bit. Just curious, mate, why don't you like peas? I do like peas. Not mushy peas, don't like mushy peas. Never been into mushy peas, but them little garden, is it? Things that you get, frozen ones, they're nice. Found a continuing Nico Ditch, west side of Chorlton Park. That'd be interesting. I knew it went further along, but I didn't know where it was. Quarrybank, mate. Yes, I know. There's loads of places I need to go. Medlock series has brought me my dad and Ancoats lad to your channel. Great stuff. Yeah, it was great. There's loads of stuff I could have done in Ancoats. New Mills would be interesting. I'd love to go down Stockport, South Manchester. I'm really not good with South Manchester. I drive past these places in North Manchester all the time. And South Manchester a little bit eludes me a little bit, so I need to get reading up on it, don't I? Petit Pois, yeah, they're the ones. Marifat, oh no. Ancoats Lane, the White House apparently was haunted. No, not heard of that. Don't like mushy peas. Pomona video was great. Forgotten great buildings in Manchester. Yeah, try if we can. Middleton over near Leeds is now the oldest railway operation as it's preserved, right? But I'm sorry, I just don't like mushy peas. I remember trying to make me eat peas at nursery school. I was about 4. I just vomited onto the plate. She gave up. Any plans to cover some South Manchester? Yes. Ollie Peel. Yes, I really want to do South Manchester. Honestly, it's in there. I need to get down there. The Granada shirt, I got it on eBay. I didn't wear it this time because it was just backwards, weren't it? The Stockport does have a lot of history. Woodhead route, yeah, cycled up there, good. Stockport, you know the Mersey in Stockport. I'm reading a book at the minute and it's called Subterranean Stockport. Well, I say I'm reading it. I read, put it down, come back to it 3 weeks later. It's called Subterranean Stockport and it's amazing. And there's caves alongside of the Mersey in Stockport. And this person that's gone exploring them is almost a mountaineer. There's pictures of, I think it's a girl that's done it. She's abseiled down bits of cliffs and kayaked along the Mersey, and she's found all these caves. Amazing stuff. But like the comment said, so inaccessible. Whether little old me can get down there, I don't know. I'm watching with my 30-year-old daughter. She's asked if you have any interest or been to any of the 3 coronations. Scotty, I'm not sure what if she's asked if interested or been to any of the 3 coronations. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, Coronation Street sets. No, I went to the Granada Studios tours back in the 80s and saw, was it the original set? Saw that one. I've not seen any of the other ones. There wasn't a very original one before that. Then there was another one that everyone toured around on the Granada Studios tours that is now being demolished, and various explorers have been there. And now there's another one in Salford, isn't there? The Keys or whatever, wherever it is. Strange Ways Prison. Not so much Strange Ways. I was going to do one on the one before that, the New Bailey Prison. Astley Green Pit would be a good shout. Okay, all right, right. Another video. Where's the bits where you compare all the new maps? Yeah, checking out Clayton Hall. Yes, somebody mentioned Clayton Hall before. Claustrophobic. I get claustrophobic, but as long as I can do that, I'm not too bad. Would a tunnel is used for cabling? Yeah. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you very much. Hello, Glock Rivers. Hello, UK Mud. No problem. Thomas Taylor, you know, at the canal in Worsley. It's orange. Yeah, I remember seeing that years ago. Down Manchester Lock during the week, doing deliveries, and keep my eye open for you. So if a loon in a white wagon starts beeping, waving, it's me. Paul Davis, restoration Hopwood Hall. Do you know what? Hopwood Hall, he's become a bit of a celebrity now. What's he called? Hopwood Dupree, isn't he? Nice chap. Become a bit of a celebrity. He's been on the BBC and everything. And I wanted to ask him, can I go in? And I might do that. I might say, listen, do you remember that video I did a year ago? Is there any chance we can come in? But you get the impression, and again, it's to do with the size of your channel, that he's going to go, no, because he's been on the BBC and everything. And I'm not saying anything against him, but he just might sort of think, I can't let all and sundry. And I'll ask him anyway. There's some tunnels up near Bushes, Clough Reservoir and Shaw. Always been interested in them. Never, not suppose you ever heard. No, never heard of them. No. Right. So I'll tell you about. Let's talk about something. The weather. Don't you think autumn's coming all of a sudden? I was coming out of work the other morning, and it was so cold, and I keep thinking, I want to get back in the Medlock. It's going to be horrendous, and it's going to be deeper, and it's going to be cold water. I've done all that stuff in summer. It's not going to be the same, is it? 81 people. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you for joining me and watching this evening. Now, we've got some stuff to go through. It's not just going to be me talking to people in the comments, and I understand that a lot of people don't comment and just watch. Thank you for being here, even if you're not commenting. Thank you very much. My profession is, no, it's not a history teacher, forklift truck driver. It's one of them, you know, when you go to work, there's a corporate policy on what you do on social media. And as long as you don't identify your work, employees and things like that, they'll leave you alone. And if anyone was to tell me to stop doing YouTube, it would be a serious problem, because you'd be torn, wouldn't you? So work, I just keep it. I don't say, it's not that it's a big secret. It's just work's work. I'd rather do YouTube full time, to be honest with you. Mohammed, hello. Mohammed's watching from Mohammed. Where are you? Not Syria. It's in the Middle East. Bloody hell. Hello, Mohammed. Oliver. Look at the old buildings. Well, better architects, you find them with no heavy machine like diggers and cranes. Used to use little bricks. Have confidence in yourself, Martin. He should be begging you. Well, yeah, maybe. Tell us about the gear used for each shoot, Oliver. Right, okay, Oliver. Well, it brings me on to something, actually. I'm going to talk about something now, and if I miss your comment, just re-comment. So, you remember I did that vlog back in summer about that camera I had with the mic on the top and everything? Well, I got, Lewis will kill me, but I got sick of it because it was too much. The camera, the screen, the mic on the top, and then I started to get a rattle from the mic. It was doing me nothing, and I paid about 500 quid for that camera. So it's now sat upstairs, fairly redundant. So I'm looking to maybe sell it. It's a Canon M50, but I got the G7X back. So I use a Canon G7X. I should have it here really. It's a little camera with a flip-up screen and a built-in microphone, and the microphone on it's great. So That's what I've gone back to that. Keep up the great work. Thank you. Oliver, am I missing the drone? Double-edged sword. Yes, I'm missing the drone. And I was thinking about a video the other day and thinking, well, I could do this, do that. And I keep getting drone shots in my head and thinking, I need a drone. But it's £1,000 on your credit card, isn't it? It's £1,000. So, and they've just brought out 2 new Mavics, and I like the Mavic because the Mavic is rock steady in the air. So, what to do in it? What to do? I do miss the drone, and I talked myself out of buying one, and then somebody commented on the video the other day. Just one sentence: "I miss your drone shots." I was like, "Don't say that! Don't say that." I am missing the drone. What other videos will we doing now, Mike? I'll come to that in a minute. Do you know any websites in which I can get large prints of old archive pictures? I do. I'm going to talk about one in a minute. Rickster, hello. Muddy Boots, hello. Kyle, need to get to that cattle bridge. Yeah, the cattle bridge. Enjoying your non-nonsense bullshit live stream. Please change the. All right, thank you. Yeah. No worries, Martin. Just blah 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 blah. Hi, Martin. Love your channel. Thank you very much, Mikey Explores. M50, let me know what you want. I need a new vlogging cam, Muddy Boots. Okay, if you message me on Facebook, I'll let you know. I'm a bit torn because I do like the camera, and it's a great camera. It's a great backup camera, but paraphernalia. Canal tunnels under Piccadilly Station? No. Man River drone finder? No. Under Piccadilly Station? No. Hi, Joe. Mind a shooter's book. Thank you, Nancy. City fan, United fan. I'm not really into football, Joe. Sorry. I'd like to be able to say I could bully you, but I'm not into football. I used to play football. I got done off the teacher once in about 1979, Mr. Ward, because we were playing football, and I kicked the ball away from me. And he said, "Look, son, do you want to be here or what?" I went, "No." So I can't play football. Never did. So I don't understand football. Shooters Brook. Stevenson's Bridge hasn't opened yet. No, don't be out buy me a drone. That wasn't a shout out for you to buy me a drone. Thank you very much, but no, it's okay. I'll work it out and buy one. Thank you, Josh Mariner, Mel Cook. I used to work at McBride's, much like that. I don't know why. Yeah, right. Okay. So where were we? Shooters Brook. So remember in Medlock 5. I was looking at the maps around the Ancoats area, and there was Shooters Brook. And of course, it features in Jeffrey's book, The Lost Rivers of Manchester. So I'm like, Shooters Brook, I've got to do a piece on Shooters Brook. So I'm following it along. I had the camera over the map, and I'm following it along. And it was just amazing. And I found a video on YouTube, and I wanted to take some stills from that video. And I asked the guy permission. He didn't get back to me in time. I think he was going to let me. And then someone commented about they were from the company that had done they did a survey on Shooters Brook and what was under the ground in the centre of Manchester. I think it was for some sort of building project, and it was something to do with the uni wanting to build a building or something. So they went underground. There's in a car park, a multi-storey car park in Manchester. And it's a car park off London Road at NCP, and I think I know where it is. There's a manhole. They lifted the manhole. They went in there. I didn't mention this in Medlock 5. And they actually sent a guy along, and it was all safely done, and he had a camera and all the rest of it. And he came up in Sackville Gardens, which is what was in the video, which is I stood above the manhole. Now, there was 2 manholes, but I think I got the correct manhole. So a gentleman comments on the video and said, I was from the company that did the study. Any information you'd like, we'll give you the information, or I'll try and collate some stuff for you. So I was like, yeah, please. Yeah, that'd be amazing. So he's collating some information. I need to email him tonight, actually, and thank him. He wants to meet me this week, and he says he's got info. Now, I'll do a video on it. How that will come out, I don't know. Whether it'll just be me showing you pictures or things like that, but it'd be interesting, won't it? Because It was a brook that used to run open through Manchester. It's amazing when you listen, when you read about it, because it's an open brook, and it was lined with, near Granby Row, it was lined with hazel trees and everything, and it's described middle class people walking. You know Whitworth Street in Manchester? Well, round there was, I think late 1700s. It was called Aurora Place. Don't quote me. Just it was called Aurora Place, and it was. I'd never. I don't know if there's any link to it, but there was Granby Road, there was Aurora Place, there was fish ponds round there. If you look at the 1700s map, there was fish ponds round there, and then the Shooters Brook ran past Garrett Hall, and I put that picture up, didn't I, of a servant collecting water from Garrett Hall, and then it ran into the Medlock, and Shooters Brook is a tributary of the Medlock. But it was amazing when you was reading about that area, what we know as city centre Manchester and Whitworth Street, the way it was so sort of semi-rural. It was just, it blew my mind, as these things do. Let's have a look at some of the things. Martin, looked at time picks after your recommendation of my childhood home. Oh God, time picks, honestly. Yeah, the canal on Town Street leads to a tunnel which goes under Piccadilly Station, but I don't know if it's accessible on foot. Yeah, let me know, Simon, because I didn't know there were canals under Piccadilly. I'm not sure. How we have not bumped into each other. We will do. Looked on time picks too, so I think with Colliers, yeah. Time picks. Jonathan Schofield Tours did it. All right, Jonathan. Jonathan Schofield's brilliant. Hello, Mr. Henry Henshaw. Star Forts. Martin, what do you think of Star Forts? Don't know. Tell me about it. Right, so future videos. So there's the Shooters Brook one. If this gentleman comes up with the information about Shooters Brook, it might just be talking head. I might just be showing you pictures and maybe maps. I'm not sure. We'll see what information he's got for me. I've got a great opportunity this week. Again, that's the one I talked about where I said I'm reliant on other people. So I don't want to say what it is, because I'm hoping this person goes through with it, doesn't let me down. That might be the next video. So that'll be a good one, but I need to keep about it, because if it doesn't happen, that'll be a shame. Could do with cracking on with Medlock, but if we've got to crack on with Medlock, I want to get back in the Medlock, and I've worked out where to get back in. It's just going to be deeper and colder, isn't it? I have to twist Connor's arm. There's another explore I want to do, but again, it's the mother of all explores. I can't say what it is, because if I don't get in, and it's another place where I maybe shouldn't be, so I don't want to go on about that. But I'll tell you what I've done. I'm going to embarrass myself now, because I'm going to show you a little bit of kit I bought, and it's not a review, and don't think I'm promoting anything to you, because I'm not. But back in summer, I went to a photography exhibition at the Manchester Library, and I kept seeing this photography exhibition advertised. I thought I need to go to that. Anyway, I went in. It was only a very small exhibition, and the pictures are great. Some of them were Salford lads and girls from the 90s, you know, in all the shell suits and everything. It was really good. Some of it was pictures around Hull, and one of them was this guy who'd gone out with lights at night time and done some nighttime photography, but sort of floodlit the scene. And they looked quite good. The only problem was you could buy these pictures framed. They were very nice, but they were going for like £2,000. And you know when something's like overpriced, and it, by being overpriced, it kind of devalues itself, because immediately you look at it and you go, well, it's nice, but it's not worth £2,000. Well, it was a bit of that. So I thought, you know what? I was looking at these floodlit pictures outside, and I thought I could do that. So it sort of, the idea stayed in my head. So the embarrassing part of this is I bought a light, right? And this is the light I bought. It's called a Lume Cube. So I'm not paid to do this or promoting it or anything, but it's called a Lume Cube, and it's incredible. And they're phenomenally expensive. They're so expensive, they're almost a rip-off. But I saved up and I bought two. They're still cheaper than a drone. And I won't shine it into the camera because they're so bright, it's untrue. But that, if you look at that, and that's on the lowest setting, I'm not going to shine it into the camera, That's on the lowest setting, and it goes another 5 or 6 settings higher than that, right? So the idea is to go out and light something, some of the dodgy areas I go to, and do some photography and go along with a camera and maybe vlog it and do some photos. I know it's not the usual video I do, but I thought it'd make quite a nice video. That is a little cage that comes with it, and I'll show you what happens. I'll just turn it off, because if you shine it at the camera, it'll bug your eyes up. That's what bugged my eyes up before. If I'm missing the comments, and I am missing the comments, it's I do apologise. Just if you've got any questions, just re-ask. But this video will probably stay on the YouTube channel, so I'd like it be about something as well as just me answering the comments, if that's okay, if you don't mind. So there it is in its little cage, right? The cage costs a fortune, honestly, but it come with some little well, it didn't. I had to buy these separate, some filters, right? And what you do is you get the filter. There's a red one. How's it go now? Lume Cube. How's it go? That goes in there, and it magnetizes on the front, right? And whoops, shit, keep doing it wrong. So you turn it on, you've got a red light. So imagine, I'll tell you what I'm thinking of, right? Do you remember the hidden history of the Oak Valley #2, where I found that little hut, and I then found footage of the hut when it was a shunter's hut, and we looked at Red Bank carry sidings. Imagine going back there at night, really dodgy place, and lighting the hut inside and doing some night photography. Because I've got this is another little light I've got. So you'd maybe, if I turn that on, that's really bright. See how bright these lights are? Lighting it and then lighting it red. You could get some maybe good photos, couldn't you? Just an idea, but again, it'd be a bit different. But if I do it, I need to take somebody with me, because I'm not going to those areas at night on my own. Plus, I need someone to film me, because if I've got a camera trying to take pictures and trying to video, I lose the plot. I put things down and forget where I've done it. Me and Lewis went out a couple of weeks ago to try and do a nighttime photography vlog in Castlefield. I couldn't do it. I took pictures. I couldn't do the vlog as well. And I'm putting stuff down, and I lost the plot. Right, I'll do some of the comments again. Where is the actual union of the Medlock and Shooters Brook? Right, okay, so it was in the video. The theory is, and this gentleman might help us, Shooters Brook runs into Duke's Tunnel. Duke's Tunnel showed in the video, and it's that half moon, that top of the tunnel you can see that comes off the Medlock at the back of India House on Whitworth Street, and Shooters Brook apparently runs into it there somewhere, completely inaccessible. Major Masonic connections? No, I didn't know that. Oh, light. It's what's it? A Lume Cube, it's called. The steps from the old film that you went to will be good to light up. They would do, yeah, Carl. Shine it on the wall behind you. Okay, I'll. That's one setting. That's setting number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. See how it's completely put me in darkness? It's that light. And if I go 10, it should go back to the lowest setting. Oh no, there's the top setting, and back down to that. So you see, it's quite bright in it, and that's what I'm using. I'm using one of them at the minute. Oh shit! Up here, and I've got another different light over there just to light me, because this under the stairs where I'm sat is quite dark. Right, the steps, yeah. Shine it on the wall behind. Done that. Use the dragon lamp. Interesting. I'll have to look at that. Don't go low. No, I won't go low, Nan. I need to take at least 2 or 3 people with me. And can play some instruments. Rickster, no, I can't. I've got a keyboard. I've got a computer thing where you can have synthesizers on it, and I just play chords. That opening music I did before was the best thing I've ever done. What is the picture behind you? I'll come to the picture behind me. Biggest disappointment during the next explore. Disappointment. I'll think about it. Martin looked at time pics after your recommendation of my childhood. Yeah. I found my childhood street as well on the YouTube. What's happened was waiting on another YouTube page. I don't understand. Well, thanks. Does it get warm? It gets, Darcy, that loom cube gets that hot, you can't touch it. And at the full brightness, it lasts about 30 minutes. And at the lower brightness, it's supposed to last 2 hours. But what the plan is, you know, when they go in these tunnels and stuff, sometimes if it's a water-filled tunnel, you want to go in with the GoPro, because if I don't want to take my expensive camera in and drop it. So you're going with the GoPro because it's waterproof, and that's waterproof. And I've got a rig now where I can rig those or 2 loom cubes on the side of the GoPro and do that, and it's really good. I won't turn them on because it'll blind you. It's completely blinding. But they're great. If you put the little filters on, I've got a red one, got a yellow one, I've got a blue one and a green one, a green one and a blue one. So I'm trying to open to do some interesting pictures with them. So it could be crap, couldn't it? You don't know, do you? I think a standalone lift shaft from Demolish would be a good subject for a floodlight. Yeah, it would, yeah. What have you had for your tea? I had a ready meal. I had a ready meal from M&S because I didn't eat it on nights. Thank you very much, Leslie. Right, so what's behind me? Right, so Timepix. I was going to talk about Timepix, weren't I? So a message. Timepix is a website, and it's linked to Ordnance Survey. And they actually reached out to me, which was very nice. A lady called Elaine, who runs a sort of Timepix website, reached out to me and said, "We really like what you do. With it's they call what I do, and it was a good term, guerrilla history, because you go out looking for history." She said, "But you're actually going out and putting on waders and stuff and looking around." So she introduced me to the Timepix website, and this is what I was going to tell you now. She's asked me not to do this because they're revamping the website, but I'd already advertised a video as I'm going to talk about Timepix. So they're revamping the website, but basically after the Second World War, because of all the bomb damage, this is what I understand. Ordnance Survey decided in about 1946, 1947 to go back out and try and remap the country, because there was a lot of changes taking place. In some instances, entire streets were disappearing because they were being pulled down due to bomb damage. And they went out and resurveyed everywhere. And obviously they didn't have GPS. So they were reliant. They employed an army of just regular people who were nothing, casual labour for Ordnance Survey, to go out, and they must have had a map guy with them. And they stood on street corners with arrows. And obviously Ordnance Survey have mapped the country now down to, I think they've mapped it down to square inches. It would have been inches then, wouldn't it? And they'd point to a reference point and photograph it so that later they knew where that was. And they'd say, like, manhole cover, corner of such and such street, such and such street is this grid reference. All right. And that's what these photos are behind me. Right. And what happened was they took all these photos and then decided they didn't need the photos for some reason. And that someone found a load of glass negatives in a box somewhere. Now, Elaine told me where they were, and they almost destroyed them. The bulk of the pictures were Manchester. And again, I can't remember why it was Manchester that they found, because they'd done the country. But maybe it was that the Manchester ones hadn't been destroyed. There were other ones from around the country as well, but there was loads in Manchester. So there was, like, they had this archive of these photos from the 40s. Some of it was boring stuff. It was just a man pointing to a brick on a bridge, nothing to see. But some of it was really interesting. And I'll move the camera so you can see some of this in a bit. And what they realised was that sort of captured like a time capsule almost. I'll tell you where some of these are in a minute. I'll just have to go to my laptop. So they realised that this is the time capsule we've got here. And they started to, because they knew exactly where the pictures were took, they put the pictures up on the website and linked it to modern day maps. So if you're in a certain place, you can go on the Timepix website and it should find where you are with GPS and then say, there's 6 photos here. Go and you can look at them. So that's what Timepix is all about. Now, it's in its infancy, so they're revamping the site. So I think in a couple of months it will become a lot better than what it's been. If some of you have used it and not had a good interaction with it, they're going to revamp it. But they sent me some pictures and said, we'd like you to go on there from your area. We'd like to go and find these places. And if you can, if that corner shop's still there, go in and give them the picture. You can see it's like poster size. And I said, yeah. Now, they sent me these in summer and I've not got round to it yet. So I'll show you some of these pictures. So I've not been doing the comments, but I was just telling you about this. I will come back to revisit the comments in a bit. If there's anything you want to ask me or you know, re-ask it in a minute. So I've got a list here of where these places are. If I can find it, where for live stream, right? There's the screenshot of the email. So the first one is a shop south side of Rochdale, 46 Wellfield Street. So I'll show you. I'll stand aside and I'll show you. I'll try and get it to look good. See, without the light shining on it. So how does it look good? Is that okay? Is that okay? You can just see what's that. So you can see this guy here. These were casual labour. Now I know it's backwards. If it's backwards, I do apologise. It's because of the way the camera works or whatever. But you see, our sacks of salt, Woodbines, players please, Fred K Grocer. Fred K Butchers at Coronation Street? But that's the sort of stuff. That's Wellfield Street in Rochdale. Now I need to find out if that shop is still there and we could go up in a video company and present that. There's 100 people watching. I know the comments have gone quiet. That's fine, no problem. I just hope this is okay. Is this okay that I'm showing you these? Is that all right? But like I say, some of them aren't interesting, but that's incredible, isn't it? I've got some more anyway. See, Captain Kirk, buildings were better back than everything was. I don't think everything was, Captain Kirk. I think it was just as bad as it is now. Just listen. Okay, thank you very much, guys. Right, so I've got another picture to show you now. That's that one. I'll put that one there on the floor. So this one is Buckley Lane North, right? Buckley Lane. Can you see that? So again, the chap is pointing to. That's how they had it down, and this references that spot there, and that is Buckley Lane North, Rochdale. And what she's saying is she thinks the BBC may have spoken to a teacher in the nearby school, but she's not so sure. But look at these lads all watching. Can you see them? I'll bring it up closer to the thing, yeah. Isn't that amazing? They're all having a bit of a good laugh, aren't they? This poor guy that's got standing on his photos up with an arrow. And that's in Rochdale somewhere, that. And you can see, is the date on it? No, it says August 53. So it's not 1953. I think these were the 1940s. The lights are shining on it. It's a bit of a double-edged sword because if there's lights on it, it'll go really dark. But you get the impression, yeah? That's a corker, that, isn't it? That's so wonderful. Thank you, Simon. It's like a scene from Kes. Yeah, it is like a scene from Kes, yeah. It looks like Bruce Willis in Die Hard. It's a corker, that, though, isn't it? So it'd be good to go up there and try and find that where that was took. So the next one, I'll find out where the next one is. Let's have a look. Wardle, Knoll Sykes Street. Okay, so this is Wardle. Again, this is Rochdale, not a place I visited very often. That's Rochdale, that. Wardle in Rochdale. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him there. By the close, that's 53. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell, isn't it? But if you look at a lot of the other dates, it was a lot of them were 1946, 47. Was there much difference in the clothing in 10 years? I don't know. Maybe there was. Lockout Banks. Lockout Banks. I'll show that comment. It's because you've swore lockout. That's what it is. It's Ask Mather. There's a shop like first pick. It's still exactly the same as it was on Grimshaw Lane, Middleton Junction. I know where you mean. It's closed. It was a little sweet shop. It's closed. Anyway, I'll show you the picture. October. Maybe it is 53. Maybe you're right. It's me, isn't it? Yeah. It is me. Some of them were 1946, 1947. Well, that's a corker, isn't it? That, look at that. So again, that is, she's saying that's, where's she saying that one is? Wardle Knoll, Sykes Street or something. Right, I'll see you in the next one. You want to see the next one, don't you? Right, so you know this one. 10 pence who guesses where that one is. Because you've seen that in a video. You've seen that one in a video, haven't you? I held that in a video and I found that. What are you saying? It's like a Hovis advert, yeah. No, it's Pomona. Pomona Docks, if you see there. At the bottom there, Pomona Docks. And that is, if anyone know, I think these bloody lights are bugging it up, aren't they? Sorry, I'll turn them that way a bit. Turn that way. That's slightly better in it. Oh no, it's not. It's the balls up. No, that lights the balls up. That's better, isn't it? There you go. So that's Pomona. Ship Canal, yeah, yeah. Where that hole is. It's good, isn't it? What's the date on that one? 46. See, that's what's thrown me. See how the date there? I think you're getting it backwards. 1946, 27th of the 9th, 1946. Well, that's the one I held in the Pomona video because I found that, didn't I? I'll show you the next one. Where's this? Oh, this is town. This is town. This is Deansgate. The thing about this one, right? I've got this is Deansgate in town, and I think a relative of the lady who sent me them took the same shot. So I've got a modern reference for you immediately after this one. Hi Gary, you all right? I want me 10 pence. Nancy, you can have it. You can have 20p. Not backwards. All right. I don't know if how they're coming out. Everything stayed the same till the 60s, and the country then went them all mad. Pomona Island, yeah. He was happy in his work, yeah. Hi, question from Hungary. Hello, Hungary. British breakfast and the Irish breakfast, same? Probably some subtle differences. Maybe British breakfast, fried bread, Irish breakfast, soda bread. I'm guessing. Maybe similar. Does anyone know in the comments section? Hello, Dave. You all right? You need to reflect the lights off the white surface. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's not bad when they're just pointing at me, but when they point at the picture, I've turned them around now. Sausage or Irish, yeah, black pudding, white pudding. Oh yeah. Right, pictures. So this is Deansgate in Manchester. Where's this one? Okay, that. If you look at that, that's Deansgate, Manchester. Now what I'll do is I'll flick to the modern picture, so you've got a reference. There's the modern picture. There is the outdoor shops along Deansgate. Is that Blacks? No, I'll tell you where that is. Opposite, it's almost opposite St Anne's Square, where St Anne's Square comes on. So there's a shop here, then there's an outdoor shop there, and there's Deansgate. If you're getting that, do you get that? Can you see that? There's Blacks. Yeah. So I'll flip back a minute to the old picture. That's the modern day picture. Okay. So if I went out with this one, who do you give it to? Do you give it to the estate agents or do you give it to the outdoor shop? And that is the same scene now. Deansgate. Yeah. And what does it say? Corner at GL Buttress, junction of Peter Street and Deansgate. Junction of Peter Street and Deansgate. Look at the people. What's that? Pianos, something pianos or something like that. And there's the poor guy there with his arrow. Right, okay, I'm going to move on. Right, this one. Don't worry, there's only a couple more to go. Neil Iron on photo. 900A. Is that one? This is Northenden. Near library with modern photo. Pomona Dock. 55 Church Road, Northenden. If anyone knows Northenden. 55 Church Road, Northenden. Corker that, innit? Look at a nice bit of a metalwork for sale outside that shop. I'm not looking at the comments, so I do apologise. So that's that one. I'll move on now. What thingy? This one is right. Here's a challenge for you. This is Brayside Road near Burnage, Disbury. Brayside Road. So there's the picture. Right. So there's the guy with the arrow. Now, what they want to know is from you. Does anyone know what that slogan is? They can't work out what that slogan's advertising. Right. Okay. So let's have a look what the slogan says. We're up against it. We work or want. Challenge something. So what Elaine has said with that is challenge British girls. They can't find out what the what that is advertising, that slogan. We're up against it. We work, we want, challenge to British girls, and they're trying to work out what that slogan was advertising. Right, that's that one. Getting to the end now. 2 more left. Petrol station, Longley Lane, Northenden. Longley Lane, Northenden, petrol station. Yeah, sorry about the light. There he is, happy in his work. Apparently they paid him absolute minimal as well to stand there and have them forward stuck. So that's Northenden. What date is it? Can you make out the date? I can't. I'm looking at it backwards myself now. That's a corker. Could be feminist campaign. And this one, I've no listing for it. I don't know, because I've tried to match them to what she sent me. It says Milne Street. Okay, so we'll go from that way for you. There's the gentleman. 2 chaps there chatting. What's the date? Let's look at the date. No date on it. 2 chaps there chatting. Okay, there's the guy. Yeah, no lights on it, sorry. And the co-op. Become a member. My wife's a co-op member. She saves and she what? Spends. There you go. There you go. Is that all right? Time picks. Fish supper. Really interesting corner on the downfall lanes. Sounds good. Like hi, hello, hi Oliver. It's a feminist campaign. It could be a feminist campaign. My auntie lived on Brayside Road. Something about the war. Could be March 1948. Hillman Minks, a woman that saves. Wow. Yeah, not sure. Not sure what it's about. Oh, out of focus. So that's time picks. There's some more actually. I've got some more on a website, but I don't want to bore you with it. I don't know what time Monty just. I mean, there's 92 watching. As long as you find it okay and interesting, obviously, eventually we'll have to just. Why is it going out of focus? Focus, you bugger. Eventually, we'll have to cut it, but it's well, we've got something to say. I think. I had to make a flask of tea because I knew I won't be able to leave. I have to put the top of that now. Won't be able to leave the live stream, so I made a flask. Sorry. You know what? It should come back in focus now. That's gonna piss me off somewhat. Right, you know what it is? I think it's too dark. Hang on. Don't think the camera likes it because it was dark. That's better, innit? I've got lights back on me. Love your grey tracky bottoms of the Primark. They are. I've slept all day, so I've just put a t-shirt on because you weren't supposed to see them. They are. I think they're the top man. We work on. We went. Sounds like Langills, possibly. Yeah. Northern Road. Blah blah. I'm still here, Kyle. Hello, was it Kel Dewdrop? Hello, hello. Have you got any sarnies to go with that? Like, no, and I should have done really. Boy Scout Martin goes, but yeah, well, you know, I just thought you won't be able to go off and make a drink halfway through, will you? Do you know the manhole outside the cathedral in Manchester? Yep, I know it goes down to Cathedral Arches. It's locked apparently. You have to have a tool that unlocks it. Mill Street off Hyde Road, right? Could be, yeah. Do you know the manhole? Yeah. Martin, what do you think about getting a kayak so you stay safe and dry? Yeah, a kayak's no good in the Medlock though, because the Medlock's not navigable. You've got to wade in it, haven't you? But I have thought of a kayak for other rivers. Unfortunately, it's winter now, isn't it? What do you think about getting a kayak? Yeah, try and do a video of the town hall. Now it's closed to public due to behind the scenes. It would be if I could get in, yeah. But again, that's about being a bigger channel, in it. Going, hello, my name's Martin. I make videos about Manchester, and I've got X followers. You know what I mean? But it's growing. The channel's growing. So hopefully, you know. And it's not about me. It's about the interesting things we can do. Really enjoy watching your videos. Thank you very much, me on TV. How many more Medlock videos? Oliver, I don't know. Oh, because we've done up to number 6. I need to do number 7. And it's number 7. I know what I'm going to do in it. There could be a 7 and a 7A, because 7 will be the adventure in the Medlock. 7A would be something about the area around where the Medlock is that is very, very interesting. I could do a video. I could do 7A and go, this is where the Medlock goes, and look at this, what was there. But I'd rather marry it up with the fact that we're doing in it as well. So it's when I can get in to do 7, we'll do a section. I can see Medlock going on to about 10, to be honest with you. My nose is running now. I didn't plan for that, did I? Right. Underground railway station that was never finished and it's abandoned in Manchester. Could be the Pickwick link. Hello, Mel. Thank you, Thomas. Do you think Manchester City Council should do more to retain the old buildings? Yeah, it can. It's one. I was thinking about this before, because you can't say you want every single old building keeping, because some of it is mundane and shit in it. Especially some of that old housing that they pull down. You know, when they do the digs and they pull up the old slum housing, they were crap, and they maybe should have been pulled down. You know, nobody wanted to live in them. But some buildings, yes, and some areas like the Northern Quarter. What I love about the Northern Quarter is it's just different a little bit in it. So you need those places. You need that mix of old and new, don't you? And if you start, it's great having great big skyscrapers, but they all look the frigging same, don't they? Kerbex, Connor's here. Connor's in the building. Wondered where he was. Evening, Martin. Hello, Pudster. What about the video on Sinclair's, the pub? Is it? Yeah, it would be good, that. Sorry I'm late. It's all right, Connor. Would you consider entering the Duke's Tunnel? Ian Rowe, me and Connor have talked about Duke's Tunnel. And one of the things we talked about was, if you watched us in Medlock 6, remember where there was that little almost sewer outlet that we couldn't get to because it was so deep in front of it and it stunk in there? I think Duke's Tunnel will be quite deep in front of it. I just know when you start to walk, if you waded in the Medlock, you go towards Duke's Tunnel, right? And I bet you any money there's a drop and you'd end up here and you'd be like, I can't go any further. Connor and I spoke about getting a dinghy and getting on it and pushing one of us in. I don't know if I'd end up doing that, Connor. What do you think? Fix It Roy. Hello, Fix It Roy. Thank you very much. Binge watching your videos. Faisal Cumchud. Would he be trying to? Yeah, Duke. So that's the Duke's Tunnel question. I read that Blackburn has an ancient city underneath. All of England has been floods. That's why the men builders. Yeah, this ancient city underneath a city. I think it's just little bits of areas, isn't it? They definitely should, but the council is. Yeah, but yeah, we need more about the Irk. The Irk. Yeah, the Irk. Yeah. Well, again, the Irk under Victoria. Oddsall footbridge. When's the odds? I don't know, Carl, when that footbridge is opening. It's built, but they're talking about even longer before they open it. What are the plans after the Medlock? Don't know. Another off the beaten track. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the Irk Valley stuff was on the theme of off the beaten track. Bradford City Council have ruined the city. Yeah, I know what you mean. TV series Scott Bailey showed under Victoria Station, or was it supposed to be? I didn't see that. Underground Station, Arndale Centre. You must be mad, yeah. Remote control boat. Yeah, yeah, I thought of that. I have faith in our planning skills. I'm glad you do, Connor. They'll never get a lifeboat down. This is the issue with taking a little dinghy along in the Medlock. Where we have to get in the Medlock, if we take a little dinghy with us, I even thought of a lilo. It's carrying it all the way through the wade, and then do you know what I mean? And then we have to walk back on these things. So you as far as you walk in the Medlock, you can't get out of the bloody Medlock because it's like that either side, isn't it? So then you've got to walk back to where you accessed it. Colin McConaughey's here. Where's the Odsal footbridge? Yeah, yeah, I saw that on the Exploring Fighters. Yeah. Odsal footbridge. A remote control car. That's going to go under the water, isn't it? Thank you very much, Ned. Would you go in the airway from Clifton to Manchester? Yeah, sail all the way down it. Did you say exploring with fighters? Yes. Yeah, the only exploring with fighters are great. They're getting some great places. The only issue I have with them, they've kind of sometimes hype it up. They went in the cathedral arches, didn't they? And did they say that they found human bones? And it was like, really, guys? You know, what you're looking at is interesting enough. You don't have to say it's just human bones found. Having said that, they're a massive channel, aren't they? And a lot of people watch. So all respect to them because they get in these places and good on them for getting in. Scuba diving gear out, yeah. Okay, I went to watch the tunnel in Plattfields Park. Yeah. Huge project around Manchester. Hello, Connor, mates. Kyle saying hello to you, Connor. Oliver, future projects, just been saying, we're talking about possible information on Shooters Brook, possible projects I have coming up this week, provided I'm not let down. That should be a good one. I'm still debating on whether to get a drone, I was just showing Loom Cube then about floodlighting places. Connor, nighttime shoot, going out around the areas that I go, need someone to film me. I know you've just come in, Connor. We've been showing them the Loom Cube. Oh, shit. Floodlighting places, Connor, and taking photographs. Could get some mean shots. I know I mentioned it to you the other day, but I need at least 3 of us to go because they're all dodgy places and it'll be night time. Yeah, he does go over the top a bit. Are you going hunting for your drone, Martin? No, drone's gone. That drone's gone now. It's at the bottom of the Irwell and has been there since February. Need to buy another one. RC boat with a camera, yeah. I might respect you. You could have 10,000. Yeah. Thank you, Captain Kirk. Nice if it's Martin. If it's me, it's Carl. It's you, and it's someone else. But there's someone else is another day. But yeah. Me and Carl, Lockout Bites are planning something. That's a little recce we're doing. But somebody else has said to me they're going to do something with me this week. And I just hope it goes through. What else was I going to talk about? LinkedIn, the drone, Shooters Brook. I've talked about everything now, I think. I can show you some more old pictures if you want. Oh, yeah. This was on Facebook in the week. Bradford Power Station. There's nothing embarrassing on my thingy, is there? Nothing embarrassing on me. No, there's nothing embarrassing on there. No. Bradford Power Station, right? On Alan Turing Way. Look at the centre picture. Is that making sense? Look at that. Look at that coming from the cooling tower. Look at the old cars there. What an incredible picture, that, isn't it? Power station, that, not the pit, apparently the power station. And I think this is what is now Alan Turing Way. That was on Facebook this week. It's called that, isn't it? Absolute corker. Yep. Thomas Tierney, Ginnells that have history, not that I know of. I knew about Canky's Ginnell because it was very local. That's why I knew about that. So that's why I did Canky's Ginnell, because I've been told that story through all, since being a kid. Oliver, any chance of trips away from Manchester? You did Ben Nevis, so how about a winter adventure? Right, Oliver. Oliver's a bit of a mountaineer, and Oliver's always trying to get me. Oliver was in a video with me. When we did abandoned tunnels on the moors. Oliver very kindly took me up there and took me through that tunnel, and that was a while ago now. It was over a year ago. The thing about doing, if I did a Ben Nevis video, Oliver, or if I went up to Scotland, I don't think they don't go down well. I went up Ben Nevis, and that's a video, and I did a video about going finding a mountain that was on an album cover, and it hardly got any views. Not that I wouldn't do one, but what that tells you is that I believe the people watching want the Manchester and the history stuff. So Oliver's always trying to get me to go to the Lake District, to Scotland, and do some wild camping adventure. Number one, I don't want to do a wild camping adventure. Number two, I think people are just like, they'll be like, right, that's good, that Martin, but get back in the medlock. That's what I think anyway. So that answers your question, Oliver. Right, some comments. Right, underground train station in Manchester, watch Exploring Fighters. Underground train station, okay. Up to Mojave, mate, that's good. Don't understand. Any more planned of Old Middleton? Not at the minute, no. Time Team went years ago, didn't it? Tom, I agree. Time Team Half-Truths. Time Team. Why is Time Picks measurements in metric? Oh, I don't know. Were they? I thought they were in inches. Maybe, I don't know. Alison, 2 minutes from me. Coincidence, Ken Loach, director of Kes, was on Antiques Roadshow. Just got up to make a copy and a cup. All right, Ken Loach, yeah. Kes, brilliant film. Oliver, take him to overexposed. It's local and interesting. To where? Overexposed? What's that? Anything about Solomon's Temple, Buxton? No. I will get back. Connor, this telling us to get back in the medlock. Pretoria. And Connor, that other Explorer that we were going to do, don't mention it. Because we're not supposed to be there. They'll know when we do the video. Oh, yeah, the Happy Monday's Dad Dance on Winter Hill. Yeah, that was meant to be better than what it was, that. Peterloo will be a good topic. Peterloo will be a good one to do, because when the film comes out, people searching for the film might hit my video because the two searches will cross. So I keep thinking of doing that, but it's a big subject. Stop doing the waxy service. Yes, I know they stopped doing the waxy service. Terrible that. It was a great little boat, that. Camp on Winter Hill and look at the gardens. Loads of history. Yeah. There's mines up there on Winter Hill. I saw a video with some guys going in, but you've got to crawl in on your belly. They look extremely dangerous. Real rocket locomotive is yes. Yeah. Science and Industry Museum. Yeah. Chinese Gardens. Yeah. I know about those in Thingy. Started in Middleton. Yeah. What about railways, as you're a railway buff? What about railways? Well, I've done the tunnel and everything. Any more on the Irk and the Medlock? Yes. I've got to finish the Medlock series. I mean, I really have got to finish it. Class 40s. Your Blue Plaque series needs a continuation, mate. Mainstream. Yeah. I know. You know what I was thinking about? I hate half doing something and doing, we'll do some more Blue Plaques and never doing it. Just that there's so much other stuff. And there's so much stuff sometimes, And I'm not ahead with the videos. I'm not ahead with the videos. I was telling you, I'm going out of focus. Focus, you bugger. I was telling you about my mate that says, you need to do about 10 videos in advance and release them each week. And I said, yeah, you try and get 10 videos in advance, mate. Sometimes I put a video up, it goes up, and the next morning I'm just like, what do I do now? And I know there's loads of stuff, but I'm like, what can I practically fit in now to get in? So it becomes, you almost get a little bit rabbit in the headlights. You're like, shit, what should I do next? It's a bit difficult. Your Blue Plaque series, Pennington Flash. Yeah, there's a few reservoirs that are flooded, isn't there, with things underneath. The Hero 7, Brian. Yeah, I saw some of your stuff on Instagram with the Hero 7. Thing is, I can't justify buying it. Yeah, closed railway stations in and around Manchester. We were looking at Diggle Station the other week. Just railways in general. Yeah, yes, you're right. Railways in general. Is it right Manchester is derived from the Latin for boob-shaped mound? Apparently, yeah. Mammaseum, isn't it? There were 2 farms on the Flash, Captain Kirk. I miss your drone footage. Rixty, you can't say that to me. When you say that, you give me £1,000 bill. Lee had train station, not now. Martin, whatever you do is always interesting because we never know when you're going to do something and regret giving us a good laugh. Fighters is okay, but you do that. Thank you very much, Pudster of York. Thank you very much. Old tram history, yeah, I've been to that. I've explored nearly all the railway stations in Manchester. Right, anything really interesting then, Zentron? A lot of history on Manchester Bolton Bury Canal. I guess you can go online for that. Nice to see it from your perspective, though. Yeah, you're right, Dave, because I know where it leaves the Irwell, the old Manchester Bury Bolton Canal. I don't know where it goes beyond that. And you were the guy, because I know you've done quite a bit around there. So that would be quite good if we met up one day for that. I hear you. I'm not ahead with my videos either. I'm very spontaneous. Geraldine has got her YouTube channel as well. I think, Geraldine, am I right in saying you do stationery and things like that? And yes, it's difficult, Geraldine. If you did a YouTube channel where you just sit on the edge of the chair and you talk about anything, you could crack out 3 of them videos a week. It's just difficult when you're out and about and you're filming things and then you come home and do the maps and the pictures. It takes time, doesn't it? Yes, yeah, I need to do a few more smaller episodes to get more videos in, to be honest with you. Thanks, Dave. I'm reading the comments. Dada, I'm sorry, I don't really follow football. I'd love to tell you that I did, but I don't. I'm sorry. Thank you, Andy's Diary. Thank you very much. Andy's Diary, you're in Scotland, aren't you? Oliver, if you can complete the Medlock, could you follow any other rivers or even of the canals? Yeah, Oliver, I was just saying the Manchester Bolton Canal. That's quite interesting, isn't it? I'll tell you what I was thinking of, but it ties in with getting a drone, and I don't want to get a drone. You know, as you go, the Irwell goes out of Manchester and it goes towards Earlham. Caddy said, isn't there a big bridge there? And isn't there a section, somebody was telling me about a section of the Irwell that is like almost like an oxbow lake now, where the original Irwell, where the Irwell carries on, but the original Irwell went like that. And that would be quite interesting. I was thinking of doing that. Hyde Road Railway Station. Hatfield Station, Transpennine, yeah. Planning the biggest event in the UK. What's this? Planning the biggest event in the UK as well. So time is limited, Geraldine. Oh, what's that, Geraldine? Underground Arches, Manchester Dude, fellow Mancunian, and his diary. Tiviotdale. People get mentioned the Tiviotdale railway station, and that would be a good one to look into and try and get down to Stockport as well, because I need to get into South Manchester, don't I? Stephen, thank you very much. Some fantastic. They just some drone videos. Your videos fantastic. They just some drone videos. Star Forts use canals throughout history and look at that tonight. I'm sure St Leonard's in Middleton is also mentioned. Is it illegal to dinghy on canals? Is it illegal to dinghy on canals? I don't know. I don't know. This is the thing about some of the stuff we've been doing. It's borderline. We kind of shouldn't be there. Like, you know, the bridge, the bridge we did, you know, the Castlefield Bridge. That was a bit of an adrenaline rush, that, because although it was easy to get on at the time when we were there and the trams were going past, I kept saying to Connor, they're going to report us, they're going to report us. We're going to get to the back off the bridge and the police are going to be waiting there for us. And it didn't happen. And it's that thing in it. It's like, you get up there, you get the footage, you do the video, you buzz in. So it encourages you to go and do another borderline thing again. And eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to get my wrist slapped and I'm going to go, shit, can't do this anymore. So I don't know. I hope not. I wonder if there's a law against walking in the medlock. Because me and Connor were looking the other week about where we're going to get in for the next section and going, should be all right going down there, shouldn't we, Connor? I think so. We shouldn't get in trouble, should we? What do you reckon? Not sure. So, yeah. Marple locks, yeah. Martin, I don't think you can do a drone also in Manchester Centre. Yeah, Manchester City Centre doing drones is very dodgy. I shit myself sending the drone up. This is the problem. The drone footage is amazing. When you get the footage, it's been amazing, right? But the amount of stress it causes. When I got the drone footage for Pomona back in summer, I went with Lewis, said I need some drone footage. He goes, right, okay. So Lewis just flew the drone over the back of the saltworks. The drone disappeared. I'm like, you need to bring it back now, Lewis. Lewis, bring it back now. And it's his drone. I'm going, you need to bring it back. And I'm shitting it. So when it's my drone, it's even worse when you paid £1,000 for it. So it's not good. The drones are stressful things. I was talking to a guy once in Scotland. I was flying my drone in Scotland, and he said, mate, every time I send it up, I shit a brick. I'm just going to put the heater on. It's getting cold, and I might make myself another flask of tea. 1 second. I'm back. Is the heating on? Yeah, it's come on, I think. Right, sorry, I'll look at a few of the comments. All right, biggest event in the planning stationery community, Geraldine. Well, good on you. Well, where is it, Geraldine? Maple, right to Rome. Oh, Scott, right to Rome, yeah. There's apps on the net on this. On what? Big stuff happening at the Arndale. Big stuff happening at the Arndale. What, Superior Bean? Tell us about the biggest thing in the stationery is. Yes, Geraldine, tell us what you're doing. You were doing no harm on Castle. Yeah, Carl, I understand what you're saying. No, you know, it's that thing, isn't it? You're just leaving footprints and taking photographs, and you are sort of trespassing. I think sometimes some policemen, when they see what you're doing, they sort of go, right, just go, just get off and don't come back. It depends on the personality, doesn't it? I think maybe security are worse because they get a bit overzealous, don't they? Where policemen have actually got power, so they use it. You'd hopefully think they'll use it and understand. How long is the batch last on the drone long sight? Usually about 25 minutes. 2 sugars, please. I've already put sugar in it. I forget you should come up here in Stockton and lots of that railways. Let's have a look. London. Oh, in London, Geraldine. Right. That's gone cold. That's gone cold. Let's just do something a moment. Okay, there you go. Sorted. Yeah, the police won't go in the river for you. That's the thing, isn't it? Once you're in the river, they're just going to go, oi, get out. And you're going to go, come and get me. Right. Yes, Maverick. Yeah, too much. It's so stressful. Right. There's 92 people watching. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I've been on 1 hour, 19 minutes. I hope this is okay. I have got some more pictures to show you if you want to see them. It's actually just from a website. It's more time pick stuff. Don't want to just bore you because obviously I'm answering comments and I don't want this to be boring. If you prefer me to talk about something, I will do. Let me know. Cold brew or flat pop? Cold brew. Woman on roof cordoned off. Oh, right. Superior Bean. So there's a lady on the roof of the Arndale Well, that's just incredibly sad, isn't it? I mean, awful. In Longsight in Miami. Is that where you are, Longsight? I always thought you was just in Longsight. You're in Miami. You're the drone that can swim and fly as well. Yeah, Louis Two Shoes. Hello. Yes, photos. TV at Dale Station, one platform left. I need to look at that one. Pictures. Super smashing great live cast. Thank you, Superior Being. You're working a lot harder than usual. Shut up. Binged all your videos again today. Faisal, amazing. I lived in Miami. All right. Right, take care, man. Captain Kirk, thanks for watching. See you later. Right, I'll pour a drink and you want some more pictures. So these are time picks pictures. I'll just bring them up. I'm just going to... This is when the Manchester Evening News featured time picks. I don't know if I've got a date. It'll only be recent. So I'm just literally... it says 12th of March 18, which seems to be right. As I'm just literally going to show you some pictures off the Evening News website, but I was looking at it before and they're quite good. Let's have a look. I'll just put my milk in. I have to get rid of this milk in a bit, won't I? They're going to put milk in. Apparently, where I get this milk from, they're going to you can have it delivered in bottles again. Will you do the Medlock River further up? Mike Berry, will I do the Medlock? Yes, I'd like to go to what's it called? Park Bridge. I'd like to go to Park Bridge, and I'd like to go to the source of the Medlock as well, because I know where it is. Thank you, Geraldine. What, Rickster, Martin, what do you enjoy doing when you're not working on making? You know what, Rickster? I want to go running again. I want to go back to the gym and go running again. I'm in my 50s now, and I spent a period in my late 40s being the fittest I've ever been. I used to go to a thing called British Military Fitness, and it was in Heaton Park in Manchester. And I never realised I had the potential to become as fit as what I did, and I got incredibly fit. It was amazing because they had 3 ability groups. I ended up in the top ability group, and I was out running 20-odd-year-olds, and it was just the most fantastic feeling. But I kind of got into the Instagram photography YouTube thing, and I'd done 4 years of very intense being fit, and I kind of just stopped being fit. And I've put on a little bit of a belly over the past 2 years while I've been doing YouTube and just eating whatever I want. And it's not good at my age to start putting on a belly. And I want to get running again. And I find when I get up in the morning on my day off, I'm planning a video or I'm planning what to do. And the idea of going running is the last thing in my head. And yet, when I get in that park in Heaton Park and I'm running, and it could be cold, and once you get going, you're warm. It's just the most amazing thing ever. I don't know if anyone runs or keeps fit. It's just the most amazing thing ever. Right. Yeah, those national maps of Scotland are great, aren't they, David? The Queen's Dairy. Yeah, it's the Queen's Dairy. And I pay more for the bloody milk getting it delivered. Not me, this is my fixable thing. I get nostalgia of my own city. I don't blame you. Park Bridge, well worth a look. Future broadcasting to OBS. Yeah, I used to use that before YouTube made it easier. Yeah, I imagine that the milk bottles are quite expensive. Thank you, Adrian. Looking good for 50. You don't see me first thing in the morning. Too much soda bread. I don't like soda bread. Running is brilliant. I did loads last year. Geraldine, yeah, running is the best thing. The belly will insulate you well. Wade, it will. Would you get a few people to walk the Manchester canals at night to find the pusher? Yeah, I don't think there is a pusher, Faisal. I don't think there's a pusher. I don't believe there's a pusher. I just think it's a combination of very sad things. So I'll tell you a little story, shall I? This is my views on the pusher. So I can't go into too much detail, but I had a friend who was near the canal, and I'm going back about 3 years ago, and it went like this. My friend's been out, he's near the canal in a place in Manchester. A young, scally lad, rough lad, comes over and goes, come here, help me, come and help me. My mate's going, oh, hang on a minute, what's this? Thinking it's a scam. Come and help me, come and help me. So my mate walks over towards the canal. There's a guy face down in the canal. And my mate goes, what is that? Right? And he doesn't know what's going on. I'll tell you what's happened. The scally that's shouting me mate and the guy in the canal have tried to mug someone. The victim got away. The mugger is in the canal. His mate, the other mugger, is now shouting to my mate to help him get him out. And this was a awful situation. The guy in the canal, young guy, died. My mate had to go to court and give evidence. So behind these stories of people falling in and dying is an actual entire story that I think we don't know about. And that was another young fellow that died, and there was a story behind that. So that's just one story. I don't think there's a pusher going around pushing people in. I think it's city centre canals, people drinking, and deep, dark, cold water, isn't it? That's what I think. So yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail because my mate might shout at me for saying that, because like I say, he had to go to court and it was quite a harrowing experience. Right. And there's a book called Lancashire Magic Mystery. It talks about Treasure Hume Hall. Yeah, some good books about that. Yeah. Endorphins. It works. Sack going to the shop for milk. Yeah. Alcohol and water. Yes, alcohol and water, Carl. You're on the old Inspire card. Well, take it easy. Yeah. Never mind, sod that idea then. Yeah. Right, so you want to see some pictures. So just get my laptop. This is Manchester Evening News. They showed some, I don't know where these pictures are, so it's up to you to work out where they are. So there is some information. View gallery. If it works, view gallery. Oh, work, you bleeder. Why isn't it working? Yeah, it's working. Hang on. It's just struggling because the live stream's taking up the internet connection. I've just tapped on that to view gallery, and it is, if you can see that. See that view gallery? That's the Manchester Evening News thing. Yeah, it will eventually should come up with something. Just give me a minute. Might not work. 93 people. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for being here. We've been on 1 hour, 1 hour and a half now. I hope I'm not boring you. I'll show you these pictures. Then maybe we should. Salford Quays Pre-Media City. Nick's Tack. Hi Martin, did you know that Britain's first canal, the Bridgewater, was actually predated by 3 years by the Sankey St Helens Canal? All right, I didn't know that. Somebody's just mentioned Salford Quays before Salford. No, Salford Docks before Salford Quays. I wanted to do a video on this in the beginning of summer. In 1983, I hope I'm not boring you. In 1983, I left school and I started work in July 83. Life changes, doesn't it? Life goes shit then when you start working. There was a period between leaving school and starting work properly, and my dad was out of work in 83. I think he quite liked the idea of being out of work. But he did a milk round for a guy. So a milkman called Bruce, who had a milk round in Salford, went off on his holidays, and my dad covered his milk round. And I helped my dad do that milk round. We used to get up at 3:30 in the morning. I hated it. We used to go to Elizabeth Street Dairy on Cheetham Hill Road, load up the milk float and go down Cheetham Hill Road. And then and this is the thing about that milk round. And this is why I wanted to make a video on it, because the milk round showed me the future. All the places I went, I didn't know where I was in Manchester at the time, because I was still a kid that got a bus into town, bus back, and didn't know any more than that. This milk round, we went down towards Angel Meadow, we came back, we went down Trinity Way, it was Greengate then, and it went into Salford and everything. It was incredible, incredible. And the places I saw that have been pulled down, just even in 1983, it blew my mind. And there was a place near the Mark Addy pub, used to serve the Mark Addy pub with milk, right, in 83. And there was, next to the Mark Addy was a massive old building called Raleigh Buildings. And I have found a picture of it. And Raleigh Buildings, I can only describe as, when you went in, it was full of businesses, and it was like an Affleck's Palace, but a business place. And so you went in, there was like loads of businesses all on these different floors. And I used to have to go in, shut one of those gates on the left, and go up with my little milk carrier and deliver milk. And it got pulled down, and it eluded me, Raleigh Buildings. But it was where the old New Bailey prison used to be. And it was there, and it's been pulled down now. There is a new building there now called Raleigh. It might be called Raleigh Buildings again, but it's obviously not the original one. But that milk round blew my mind. Is this? Oh, the internet's not working because we can't. You don't like this. I can't get you these pictures. Oh shit! I never thought of this. I never thought of this. Bloody hell! I'll try and get it in a minute. I'll look at some of the things. When you complete the full Medlock series, how about walking the full length source to Manchester? Yeah, what, in one video? It'd be a big video, wouldn't it? I worked just off Cheap Mill Road. Yeah. Boring has no chance. Sorry. Cup of tea first. I can't help but remember Carl Pilkington. You're not the first person to say that. You're not boring, as it's quite interesting in the history of Manchester. I'm from Leeds. Thank you, Josh. I did a security. It's called Raleigh Keys. It was, but it was called Raleigh Buildings as well, Paul. I'm sure there was Raleigh Buildings, and I found the picture on Manchester Libraries. Yeah, Albert Pierpoint. Right, here's another interesting thing I read the other day as well. UK Mod, thank you for watching, mate. See you later. I worked at Taylor Brothers Trafford Park. We made wheels and tyres for trains. Old original building, yeah. Amazing stuff. Carl. 90 people watching. I was going to say, oh, you know the New Bailey prison. You know how they were just recently digging it up. They did an excavation, didn't they, in town? They did an archaeological dig. If you're in any of the Manchester Facebook groups, you'll see there was a lot of the history groups. There was a lot of pictures of it, and I never got a chance to go down and take any photos. But apparently, they're doing another dig, and it's more accessible from the street. You can see it. I was reading about the hangman at New Bailey prison. This is the prison that predated Strangeways. Apparently he was crap. I might make a video about him. Apparently he was really shit at what he did. And he have you heard of the Manchester Martyrs? Darcy, thank you very much. See you later. People are going, so I do apologise if I've gone on a little bit long. Have you heard of the Manchester Martyrs? Well, the Manchester Martyrs were a group of Irishmen who got arrested, and they got arrested for some reason. I can't remember the full details. The prison van was going up Bellevue, was going up Hyde Road, and near the bridge on Hyde Road, the railway bridge, a load of other Fenians, and I use that word, that is what the word they use, sprung these guys from the van. They sprung them from the van, and they got out. And I think one of the policemen or one of the prison guys, I think it was a horse-drawn prison van, got shot. So the next day, the police went into this community where they thought they lived. They rounded them all up, and a few of them got arrested, and they hanged for it. And there's a story about hanging them and how they botched up the hanging, and how this hangman made such a balls up of the weight and the drop, because Albert Pierpoint was really good at that, weren't he? It was all about the mathematics and the weight, and he calculated the drop so that when they dropped, he snapped the neck and they died, didn't they? Well, this guy at the New Bailey prison in Manchester was a tit. And they had to, one of the young guys that they held, one of the young Irishmen that they were hanging, they had to hang on the legs to finish him off. And I think it says, I was reading this story, and it said that one of them took 45 minutes to die. It's fucking horrendous, isn't it? So I'm sure some of you will know more about that, but yeah, that's, if I do a video about the prison, I might mention him. I don't know what his name was. Let's have a look. Right, Thomas Tierney, the hanging ditch in Manchester, fascinating. No, I haven't. I'm going to do a video about hanging ditch. Anti-Jingles, are they buried in Moston Cemetery, or is it just they possibly are, you're right. And I know there's a what do they call it? You know, a monument to them in there. Oliver, see you later, Oliver. Thanks a lot. Superior being, did Pierpoint go to Germany to hang the war criminals? He hung dozens. Yes, he did. Yeah, they asked Pierpoint to go to Germany, didn't they? And he hung the Nazi war criminals. How about walking the Manchester Ship Canal? Yeah, that'd be a good one. Anti-Jingles, the monument was defaced. I was going to do a video about it. I didn't know how it would go down because I didn't know, so I didn't do a video about it. So yeah, it's a very interesting story, and there's a guy from Salford Uni who tells the story on YouTube. If you look up the Manchester Martyrs, there's some historian from Salford Uni that tells the story of it. And I keep losing the internet connection, so those pictures might not work. Anti-Jingle, it's too political. You're quite right, and that is why I stayed away from it. Hello, John. How you doing, mate? Clay Walsh. Hello, Clay. Scott, thank you. Thank you very much for watching. We've still got 93 people in, so I hope everything's okay and we're still doing all right. I'm trying to get these pictures up for you. You could probably just go at home, couldn't you? If I can show them you. Oh, tea's making me bilious. My live stream is taking up too much of my internet bandwidth for these, for me to get this up for you. The only way to do it is to stop the live stream, but then I'll lose you all, so I'm not doing that. Unless I create a hotspot with my phone. Would you bear with me a minute? Sorry, everyone. Turn that off. Turn that off. Can I create a hotspot? Personal hotspot. Oh, turn on hotspot. Wi-Fi is off. Right, just do this. Hello. Sorry about that. TV's rubbish. This is better. Are you going to do anything on Rome and Manchester? I haven't planned to because I'd have to read a lot. We've touched on it, haven't we, with the Roman ruins at Castlefield, or that one Roman ruin. And we've touched on it with the sandstone. And I'll tell you about Hanging Ditch. I want to do a video on Hanging Bridge because it fascinates me. But it needs to be a good one. I need to read up a lot. And what the reason I want to do a video on Hanging Bridge is because the name confused me and I've learned what it's about. So I want to do a video on that. The Black Country in the West Midlands. Steve Jones. Hello, Steve. Hammered, Dave. Did you know that Oliver Cromwell's statue in Wythenshawe Park used to be located in Manchester Cathedral? History there. No, I didn't know that. Roman would be good. Yeah, you're right. Maybe I should do some Roman stuff then. Let's just see if we can get this bloody hotspot on for you. Martin Fisher's iPhone. There it is. See if I can do this. Will it find it? Right, are we on? We're on. It's worked. It's worked, I think. The pictures just need to load. I've got some pictures for you then. Using my phone as a hotspot. So those pictures are loading, but the loading, as you can see, really slow. So when the gallery's loaded, I'll show you. Right. So where's this one? Online archive houses thousands of images of bygone Manchester, men, women and children and local landmarks captured on camera by Ordnance Survey teams working to map out post-war Greater Manchester. The images offer a fascinating glimpse into Greater Manchester's communities in the mid-40s to late 50s. So this is time pics again. I'll show you some pictures before. Here's some more. So this may or may not work. This is called Colne Street. Again, some of the time pics pictures are just, some of them are mundane, some of them are amazing. This is one of the amazing ones. Look at that guy there. You can get this on the MEN website. Colne Street. Where's Colne Street? Look at that guy up the lamppost. And there's our gentleman with his arrow mapping out Britain. Look at them front doors. No UPVC there, is there? Corker. I'm missing the comments, so I do apologise. If you want to ask anything, just resend it in a minute. I'll just show that comment. I'll try and get the next picture up for you. Ooh, it's a good one. Where's this one? It doesn't say. Corner of farm building, Crofters Mill, Mill Lane, Royton, Oldham. This one. Mill. Oh, bugger. What's for done? Silly bastard. Mill Lane, Royton, Oldham. 80 people watching. That's a corker, isn't it? And as I say, these are on the, if you type in, if you Google Manchester Evening News and time pics, Manchester Evening News did a feature on time pics, so there's some really good photos. There's probably quite a few, so I'll show you this one. I know this is Milnrow Road, Rochdale. And I used to have a pram like that. I think there's pictures of me in a pram. Is that coming through okay? John Hampson, thanks a lot. Cork, exactly. So you can look at these yourself. I won't do too many because it's just becomes just, you know, too much. Let's have a look. So look. Oh, we've seen that one. Yeah, here's one for the railway people. Don't know where this one is actually. Good, aren't they? Okay, so do a couple of comments and then probably numbers are dropping to 84 and we've been on an hour and 42, so maybe should maybe think about ending. It's up to you though. Is there anything you want to talk about? I don't want to go on and bore anyone or anything like that. Right, Collier Sandstone, Faisal, tried my drone on Drinkwater Park, Agecroft, HMP, Prison Forest Bank, not a good idea. That's too technical me, mate, in a hotspot. Faisal, they use the drones to smuggle stuff into prison. Yes, they do. What is a hotspot? You can use your phone. You know, when your phone uses 4G. Well, you can use your phone, rather than your phone just use the 4G, your phone will take the 4G and beam it out like a Wi-Fi signal. You link your computer to that, and then it'll go through your phone and up to 4G, if that makes sense. Lighten the gas. Enjoy your videos. Got to go. John Bice here. Strike it, look here. Why do you think they use metric measurements sometimes? I don't know, Lee. If they're using metric, I don't know why they're using that. Maybe it was just a standard they decided to use. Long sight, yeah, that's fine. So of course you pay a fortune for them now. I don't know what I mean on time fix. The clicker, the arrows on the time fix pictures, Ordnance Survey were mapping the country, and I think they had it down to, I keep saying square inches, it's whatever unit they had it down to, and so they would point to something as a reference and give the grid reference, and then they knew then exactly where it was on. It could be a brick or a manhole cover in the street, and they kept the photo for later so they could then go back and, I don't know, I'm not a map maker, but it was to do with map making in the days before GPS and before aerial footage. Should I put a link up? You could do, Dave, put a link up for time picks. The lady that is from Time Picks, it said to me, just you know, we're trying to revamp the site, so we're right in the middle. You're doing this probably at the wrong time because we're revamping the site and we're trying to make it better. So they prefer me to do this later, but I'll mention it again. So, you know, they've been good to me. They've sent me all those pictures and stuff. TimePix is a website, Steve. It's if you go and look at the site after this, it's good. I worked at GMX Centre a couple of months ago, and the maintenance chap showed me where the entrance to the underground canal is. Ian, where is it? Because as far as I'm aware, the underground canal is now the car park. Are you talking about the Manchester Salford Junction Canal? So, as far as I knew, it is now a car park, and then it drops down and goes underneath the Great Northern Warehouse. So that would be interesting to know. Michael Barrymore used to use hotspots on the telly. Not sure, but I think they later stopped using the arrows and built trig points. Maybe, yeah. Okay. Look at the Britain from Above website. Steve Jones, yes, I have. Britain from Above is really good. Again, it's one of those though, because I looked into buying some of the pictures and they were charging stupid money, crazy money. It's like 80 quid or something for a picture, something like that. Video about Worsley. Thomas, yeah, I would consider doing a video about Worsley. So, up and coming videos, like I say, the little project where If the Man Doesn't Let Me Down, and I don't mean you, Carl, but the little project If the Man Doesn't Let Me Down. Me and Carl Lockout Bikes are looking at something to do. I'd like to do the photography one using the Loom cubes, but it's whether I can get enough friends to come with me, because it's all dodgy areas, lighting things and taking photographs. It'd be a nice little vlog though. I need to do a few more easier stuff sometimes to get more videos out, and then obviously big videos, and then intersperse them with smaller videos. So that we need to get back in the medlock. I don't know if Connor's still here, but I need to get back in the medlock and do number 7. And yeah, it'll just carry on really. It's time. Working full time, it's difficult because you spend it one day maybe filming and then another day to put it all together. And sometimes you'll think, shit, I didn't film this, or what, I do a piece to camera near that because I didn't mention this, and you have to go back out and do a little bit more. So it's a bit, you need that time really. So anyway, is everyone still happy being here? Numbers have gone down to 79. I don't know if you're still happy. Do you think we should leave it? We think we should call it a day? I don't know. Worsley Railway Station. See, people say this stuff, and I mean, that'd be fascinating. Worsley Railway Station. To help you out, Martin, I can suggest you pack up at 9:30. All right. Brilliant couple of hours well spent, but don't do yourself in. Okay, yeah. So we do. Time is it now? We've been on 1 hour 47 minutes. Should we do another 10 minutes and then call it a day? Carry on chatting, Butter of York. Dave, thank you very much for watching. See you soon. How often will you be doing live stream? Right. I don't plan on doing live streams very often. I think what you want as an audience, forgive me if I'm wrong, you can tell me if I'm wrong. I think you want videos. I think you want videos about stuff. The reason I'm doing a live stream is because I've been working nights. It's knackered me up. I can't do anything when I'm on nights, and I can't get out or do anything. It just dominates your life. And I knew it was going to be difficult to get a video out this week. So that's why I've done a live stream. So I don't plan on doing them very often. I think, can you overdo them? Maybe you can. I don't know. So I think you prefer me to do videos, wouldn't you, really? I would have thought that. And it's always a sense of achievement when you get a video done and get it up. Like I say, I'm off this week. I need to try and get at least 2, maybe 3 videos under my belt if I can. Like my mate says, you need to do a few in advance and get them all out, get them all ready and stacked up. Yeah, okay. Easier said than done. Adrian, bye for now. All right. Current pics of the station. I'm off all week, so don't care. I'll find some stuff interesting. Yeah. Do you use the Manchester Image Library? I do, Maverick. Yes. Christmas special. Ice skating on Manchester's canals, monthly hour live stream. Yeah, monthly, 2 monthly. I said I wouldn't, when me and Lewis did that last one, I said I wouldn't do another one soon. And I ended up ballsing up this week and not having a video. And I thought live stream will at least get some content out there. When you don't put a video out, YouTube, everything dies off on YouTube. When you get a good video out, people are watching it and commenting on it. YouTube starts recommending your stuff to other people, and it'll recommend my videos. And that's why people say, "Oh, I found your videos and stuff." And that's really great. When I don't have a video out for a week, YouTube sort of goes, "Oh, he's not put anything out. I won't. I'll ignore that now." And that's the way it works. And YouTube consumes material. That's why the people that can bang out 3 vids a week do really well. I struggle to do that because, you know, life and job and stuff like that. So literally since the tunnel explore, things on the channel have just gone that little bit quieter. The subscribers are coming in less. The views are going down a bit. And that's the way it would go. The channel would die if I didn't keep putting videos out. So there's that challenge to constantly get stuff out all the time, which I'll tell you something which I'm buggered up on. And everyone took the piss out of me for it. So the people that are going, thank you for watching. Thank you very much. I'm only going to do another 5-6 minutes now, then I'm going to go. Ian, Thomas, that's true. Yeah, Steve, that's, you got recommended. Yeah. It's good for ideas, Carl. Yeah, 3 vids a month if I'm lucky. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Yeah. It's difficult putting a 1 out a week. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes. So do you remember Medlock 5 and the backwards walking pigeon that pissed me off so much, right? Because what I'd done was I'd done a shot of the manhole with Shooter's Brook at the bottom and just showed Sackville Gardens. And then what I wanted to do was do a shot coming back to the manhole, right? And then fade it into the map of Shooter's Brook. I thought it'd be a nice little fade from something mundane like a manhole back to the old 1793 map of Shooter's Brook to sort of insinuate that's what's down there. So I thought I'll just reverse that clip. So I reversed the clip of Sackville Gardens coming back to the manhole cover. And because it was afternoon and I wanted to get that video up that night because it was going to be over a week, right? And I think I was working the next day and I wanted to get the video up that night. I missed the pigeon. I could see the cars beyond Sackville Gardens going backwards in my reversed clip. The frigging pigeon completely overlooked it, puts out Medlock 5, and people are laughing, taking the piss, going, "What's with the backward walking pigeon?" And I'm going, "What are they on about?" Looked at it and I'm like, "How the man is that?" So I was really annoyed about the backwards walking pigeon. I mean, the cars in the background going backwards didn't bother me, but that pigeon, because I was trying to do something poignant, weren't I? And show the, you know, cut to the manhole cover, fade to Shooter's Brook, and the frigging pigeon walking backwards stole the scene. That really pissed me off. Backsliding pigeon, yeah. I searched for the farting hero and made a typo. Yeah. Rickster, it's in Medlock number 5. Didn't even notice. No, I didn't even notice Stuart as well. Yeah. Yeah, backwards walking pigeon. So I'm filming another video on earlier this week. Try and get it up for as soon as I can, because like I say, I'm off. But you spend a day in editing, and it's not a day out filming. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of you're in editing, and you're thinking I should be out filming as well. Yeah, lots of hits. And just watch the full video. Don't click off. Yeah, the urban exploring the architecture. Yeah, it's good stuff. Tourism roll up and come to the moonwalking spice pigeon. Yeah, done a lot of it around here. Right, back up to 82 viewers. That's a great idea. Bye-bye, Maverick. Shall I call it a night? Is everyone happy for calling it a night? I don't feel that I've got much more to say now. and I don't want to bore you. And this will probably, YouTube will put this up as a video, so you can, if anyone misses it, they can watch it later. Apart from the fact we've got to sit through a 2-hour video. Money boots, no. But what is it to talk about? Because I'm getting a bit. Is Connor still here? I bet he's buggered off, you know. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, everyone. Somebody said knock off at 9:30. So bye-bye, Wendy. So maybe we should knock off now. I don't know. I'm really impressed that there's been 100 at one point watching, 80 odd watching them. That's amazing. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the live stream. Thank you, everyone, for your support. You know, watching the videos. With the fact that you watch the videos helps the video. The fact that the very act of watching my videos is motivational for me. When you watch a video, YouTube sees that you've watched it, might see that you've commented, so it sees the views on the video, it sees the comments, it thinks that that video is possibly popular, and it ranks it higher, and therefore the channel gets a better ranking, and it's all down to you people. And like I say, I'd like to grow the channel, not for me, not because I've got any things about fame, because I always think that the subject matter is more important than me. But the bigger the channel, the more doors it might open. When you can say, look, I've got this audience, can we come and look at this? And when I show them the audience and the viewing figures, they'll go, all right, and it's more interesting, isn't it? People who are more tempted to let you in when you've got a bigger audience. So thank you, Steve. Thank you, everyone, for watching. But again, your support, incredible. The comments are always positive, a really good vibe on all the comments and everything, really good vibe. And the fact that you watch the video. So I upload a video and I'm astounded at the figures sometimes. I'll see it and it'll go like 10 views, 30 views, 50 views. And I'm just like, whoa, this is amazing. This is fantastic. Back in the day when I started out, obviously I weren't doing the Manchester videos then, so the videos weren't as popular. I'd put a video up and if it achieved 100 views, I was chuffed. Nowadays we get 100 views like fast, so it's amazing, and it's down to you people. So I have the utmost respect for the support you give me. Thank you so much. People seem to be going. So finish with the printed pics. I don't know what you want. Let's have a look. You've seen all the big ones. Let's have a look. See if we can find a good one. Oh yeah, it is a good one. I'll finish with this one then, right? This is Castle Street, Stockport, right? What's the date? It's not giving me a date, but look at this. Bing, Monday the 26th of Jan. Or is this might be near that theatre in the centre of Stockport. Bing Crosby playing. So I'll show you this picture and we'll finish with this. You ready? Oh shit. That's Stockport somewhere. Probably, does it give a date? Not giving a date. Late 1940s, early 50s, that. Wherever we are, it says Stockport, doesn't it? Well, yeah, the caption is Stockport. Bing Crosby's playing, is he? Or is he in a film? Or he's on the cinema, isn't he? There's a few artists there, local artists, all the people there. It's good, isn't it, in the days that, when you took a picture, people were still fascinated with the fact that you were taking a picture out on the street. It just shows you how uncommon it was to have probably a decent camera and be taking pictures on the street. People were still found it a curiosity. And there's our little man with the arrow. Yeah, maybe Grand Central. Good stuff, that, isn't it? So that's on the Manchester Evening News. That search Manchester Evening News and Time Picks. You'll find that article they did, and it's really good. It's 9:30. Should we say good night? McDonald's, near McDonald's in Stockport, right? Burntwood Air Base. I'll write them down. I've got a book now. I'm going to start writing ideas down because people give me ideas, and then somebody mentioned some railway tunnels in Swinton and a crash, and I can't remember where it was that, and I should have wrote it down. So start writing the ideas down. Shall we call it a night? I've been almost 2 hours now. Is everyone okay with that? So we end it. Thank you for watching. Halloween special from a creepy place, yeah. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Pods of York. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I know there's been 80 people watching. Not everyone has commented, but that's absolutely wonderful. Thank you just for watching. Not everyone likes to comment. I shall say good night to you all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You make the channel what it is. Don't want to sound insincere, but honestly, if I didn't get views and I didn't get the wonderful comments, I would rapidly run out of energy, and I would not make the videos because it is a hobby. I've not made out. YouTube paid me the other week. I made 83 quid the other week, and it took me 2 years to make 83 quid. And they went, there you go, you finally made some money. There's 83 quid. But it's like, wonderful, thank you. But it'll probably take me another 6 months to make another 50 quid or something, because we're getting advertisements on the videos now. Thank you. We'll call it a day. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Like I say, don't want to sound insincere, but it is your comments and your support that motivates me. If I didn't have that, I'd just think this is a waste of time and I wouldn't do it. And it is a hobby. So 83 quid towards a drone. Yeah. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I'll end the live stream there. I really don't want to bore you. Let's go out on a high. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. Take care. I'm off this week. I'll be doing some stuff and getting a decent video out for you, hopefully in the next week or next few days. Thank you. Good night, everyone. Thanks for all your comments and thanks for taking part. Steve, everyone. Bye for now, everyone. I'll end the stream there. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.